Hello guys, Scott again, and welcome back to another video. Now, last time we saw this car, last time we saw the Focus, it was sat on my driveway in a rather sad state of affairs, which has killed me inside for the last, I think it's 7 months since I posted that video, 6 or 7, but it's, yeah, essentially, that's been its life for the last 6 or 7 months, which is an absolute shame. If you haven't watched the video, either you can watch it and see the damage I've done, or I'm just going to go into it now for you. So essentially, I took a diversion following some closed road, and the diversion took me near a ford. I went through the ford. I didn't speed through it. I didn't absolutely gun it through it. Went through nice and slowly, carefully, because it's obviously didn't want to do any particular damage to the car, but I did. Essentially, it stems down to start of last year. I changed both horns on the Focus because they both burnt out when the car alarm went off for a prolonged period of time. Me being a bit naive and a bit silly, I reused many of the plastic clips that hold the under tray to the bumper. Obviously, without me knowing it, some of them had come out and come down, causing a gap between the bumper and the under tray, and water seeped in, ripped the under tray down and back behind the car. So I was left on the other side of this Ford, my under tray dragging on the floor back towards the back of the car. So my only option at that moment in time, as I was on the way to the airport and didn't have time to sort it properly, it had ripped off on the right side completely, but was still attached to the left wheel arch liner, and I ripped the whole thing off. In doing so, I caused 2 of the holes the fasteners go through to hold the under tray to the bumper to be snapped and in need of a plastic repair. Now, why has it been 7 months? Why am I only just back out in this car ready for summer now? Essentially, it was a lot of shopping around. I had got a quote from where I thought would be quite reasonable and do a good repair, and they quoted me for 2 new wheel arch liners, a new bumper, and obviously a respray of the bumper, all for 2 small tiny rips of plastic, which I wasn't overly keen on paying because they quoted me £1,400. Bearing in mind I'd rebought the plastic under tray myself from Ford. Turns out people use metal ones, I think someone said, or is that they use metal like drip pans for the fabric bit that the service goes, where you go in to service the car basically. Well, oil change. I don't know, I haven't really looked too much into it, but I bought this plastic one and it was £220 from Ford, so I was already a good chunk of money deep in some silly plastic trickery. Yeah, so I was like trying to find somewhere that would reasonably do a repair on the bumper and get it so the under tray could be fitted. I finally found a place last month and finally managed to work it around my schedule to get it booked in for them to do a bit of plastic weld repair on the bumper and get the under tray sorted. Now, I was quoted £300, which was a massive difference from the £1,400 I'd been quoted by a different body shop. So I was absolutely buzzing with that. I was like, £300, lovely, right, get it in. Got it in, they're doing the work, and something rather, let's say, different to what normally happens when you take your car to a garage. They phoned back and they were like, we don't actually need to do as much work as we thought, so it's only going to cost you £150. And here we are. I got the car back today. I'll show you. You can't even see that it's been repaired because it's all on. And £150 later, I got the car back. Obviously, while I've been searching for this, the MOT was due in February, so we're now in May, so it's 3 months overdue that, and the yearly sort of annual service, you need an oil change, light is on, and other than that it is still perfect. I still love it. I love the sound, I love the way it drives, and it is getting a oil change and a few bits done next week. I would have done the oil change and stuff myself, but I've got bits coming on the Mini and the Volvo, which I'm going to prioritise getting them done myself first, so I'll book this in for that. And especially it needs a aircon regas, because in these hotter months, that's good parking from BT. Van's blocking the road. In these hotter months, it is a bit sad not having aircon. So that's been gone for a while. So they're going to do a aircon regas and a decontamination flush and a general service, and then we are good. We're good to go, and I can have this car back. I didn't realise, and I say it every time I don't drive one of these cars, how much I love it and how much I missed driving it. I said about the Volvo when I got it back, and I'm saying it again now, and that's true, and that's exactly why I don't think I can part with any of them. It's because they bring me too much joy. In a world where it's all going electric, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, some of them, I don't know, yeah, I've never driven one, but I like having something that keeps me happy with the cars, and I like bringing you content, little updates, and I hope you like seeing them too. So obviously got the car back today, and my little waffle, which some people don't like, of information I've just given you. I'm actually on the way to get it MOT'd, so I did have it booked in for its service and MOT next week, but I got a bit antsy. The car, even though it's got the service light on, it has only done, I want to say, about 5,000 or 6,000 miles since its last service. So it's not like it's particularly overdue, it's just the every year, once it's done, it'll go, so like, oil change due. Right. I won't do too many more miles on it, but 5,000 or 6,000 without an oil change isn't too much to worry about. So I've not been driving it particularly hard this last year, so I'll get the MOT sorted this week so the car is on the road and usable again, and then service next week, and we'll see what this year brings. So off to get it MOT'd, and I know last time I did a video like this, I was in the Volvo, and I was like, I'm off to get the Volvo MOT'd. I can't see any reason it won't fail, and then the car decided not to make it to the MOT station. It's a fuel pump relay went. I am more confident that this one will not have any issues, and it's going to MOT all right. I've just realised I've left the air freshener up, so I don't know how much that's blocked the camera. Hopefully not too much, hopefully it hasn't distracted you. Lovely. So let's get the car MOT'd, and I'll catch up with you after that. Okay, so we are about an hour and a half later, and as you can see, the heavens have decided to open. So unfortunately I won't be getting on the ground and showing you the bumper repair. So you can just take my word for it. But we've just been the MOT. I had it, I actually booked it in an hour and 15 minutes before it was due to start, and I booked it in just at Halfords because, let's face it, an MOT is an MOT, and I do it every year. And I know people are a bit like, oh, Halfords this time, whatever, but I've never had an issue. I just get MOT done with them, and the service was pretty good. Not gonna lie, but considering I booked it in and an hour later I turned up, and then an hour after that MOT's done, and she's passed for another year. Absolutely zero advisories, which is good. wasn't expecting any, because all the stuff that was picked up last year was the brakes, and I did them all myself last year, so I'd be a bit worried if they were gone, because I looked at it and I've only actually done 4,000 miles since the last MOT, so I've only done 4,000 miles in a year in this, which is a bit less than I thought, but she's all good for another year, and hopefully all good for some new content. I'd love, and I've said this, I want to get more out of this car. I want to enjoy it more. So let's see what comes. Obviously I've got the Volvo, I've got some bits coming up with that, bits coming up with a Mini, and anything else you want to see or know, just hit a comment, and don't forget, hit that like, subscribe if you fancy it, and I'll see you all in another video. So thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.